In this video, I'll show you how you can spruce up your instant ramen while still on quarantine, and we'll do that right now. What's up guys, welcome to the latest series here on the Mixed Tourist Experience. It's called Lockdown Munchies, and here we tell you all about what's good to eat and also the tasty treats you can gobble up while still on quarantine. Enhanced, general, you're still supposed to stay home anyway, so why not just eat some good food? Of course, if you want more from this channel, all you have to do is hit that subscribe button and don't forget to click on the notification bell so you won't miss any updates. Here we go! One of the easiest and tastiest goodies you can enjoy as a snack or as a meal would have to be instant noodles. And there are a lot of options. And it's really simple. All you have to do is boil some water, put the noodles in for a couple of minutes, then add the seasoning packet, and voila! You're done. Now there are a gamut of ways you guys can improve your instant ramen game, and I'm here to tell you guys some options. Now, one of the most famous ramen joints in the world would have to be Ichiran Ramen, and a lot of guys swear by it. And I got to experience this ramen chain in Japan, and boy oh boy, I enjoyed it. Now the best part is they sell instant versions of their tonkatsu ramen, and I got myself a few. Took him back here to Metro Manila so I can torture myself about missing Japan. Still, I have one more left and I'm gonna use this as my snack today. Alright, so what goes well with instant ramen? Well, there's this picture here, but you don't have seaweed and bamboo shoots readily available. But I got some eggs and pork. I cannot believe we do not have green onions, but I guess white onions will do. Now, let's start making our pork. I love chashu, but then again, I have to work with what I have. So I improvised and used some soy sauce, red onion, ginger, pork belly. Thank God we have that. What else? Some oil, water, and sugar. Now this recipe is DIY, so feel free to mix it up and experiment, but if you do not have enough kitchen experience, I suggest you just go and do what I'm doing. Okay, so we start by chopping the onions. No form needed really, but you do have to make sure that you wash your hands properly, okay? Next, we have to peel and slice the ginger, which is surprisingly resistant to tourist hands, but nothing I can't handle. Okay, now once we got that done, we need to prep our meat. By the way, make sure you take him out of the freezer and thaw him out completely, or else it won't cook evenly and you'll botch the only meat you have for your ramen. Alright, now that the pork is done, time to get the fire burning. Heat some oil in a pan and brown those bad boys up. While you wait for them to brown, combine all other ingredients in a large pot and set aside. Now, you got your pork, you transfer them to the sauce pot, then bring it to a boil and skim off scum. And then some foam. I'm topping the meat with something called a drop lid, which helps it cook a little more evenly. Now we wait for the concoction to reduce, and there we go. I guess I searched for char siu and not chashu because this one tastes a lot like pork barbecue. Alright, anyway, we'll see how that goes. Now, eggs into a pot. Boil them for 6 minutes or 6.5 maybe, and set it aside. If you like them hard boiled, boil them for 10 minutes. Now let's chop that white onion. This time it has to be chopped to small pieces because this goes into the finished ramen. Okay, here is where I take it to the next level. I grate some garlic. You got that right. Garlic. That zing and aroma, that flavor. If you like garlic, and if you're Filipino, you probably do, this will make the ramen even better. Guys, this grater I got from Japan home, so if you guys don't have this, you can use a cheese grater or just mince the garlic finely. Alright, time to make the ramen. Okay, so open this. You got your noodles, your broth, and chili pack. Okay, so you need to boil 500 ml of water. Yes, I know it's a little precise, but if you want it to be a little bit watery, all you have to do is add some more water, but why would you compromise the flavor? Now, if you want the noodles to be firm, boil them for 2 minutes. Medium is 2.5, and if you like them softer, you can boil them for 3 minutes. I like them firm, so 2 minutes it is. Broth pack in. Ooh, that smells so good. Mix it well. Now, you can add the chili if you want, but I'm not much of a fan. Okay, maybe just for a little heat. There. We transfer to a bowl, assemble the garnish, top with the eggs and the pork. And there you have it. Ichiran Ramen. All right, we are done with our ramen. Here we go, take a look. And I'll finally be able to use my chopsticks, the ones I bought from Daiso in Japan. Exciting. So here we go, time to try how our DIY Ichiran instant ramen will taste like. Where I added some pork, and some eggs. I also added some of the garlic and the onions. Let's go and mix them all together. Ooh. Okay, here we go. Start with the broth. Wow. Good move on putting a little chili. Add a little kick to it. Some noodles. ASMR, eat your heart out. Okay, the noodles, I was not able to make it as firm as I wanted, or as I wanted to, but the taste is still there. There's still some bounce. There's still, you know, a little resistance. Let's try the pork. Okay, before we try the pork, let me tell you a little bit about the flavor that the garlic and the onion have, what they contribute. I like it that the garlic was grated to a near paste because it's able to blend in well with the broth and the noodles that we have. The onion lends a little more texture to the dish. Have that little crunch, which the green onion actually does for Ichiran Ramen over in different branches. Okay, time now to taste the char-siu. Not the chassis, the char-siu. Wow. Okay, remember when I told you that I accidentally made pork barbecue instead of char-siu? Chasu or roasted pork. This one blends a lot well with the saltiness of the instant ramen because on its own this ramen is very salty. So that's why I gave you guys the option to put some more water if you'd like to make it a little bit watery, but I like the flavor, the saltiness of it, but you know, the sweetness of the pork cuts into that salt. Plus there's a nice layer of fat around too. Egg speaks for itself. Wow. It is good. This is nice. I am so glad I waited up until now to do this with you guys because getting a little sweaty in here. It's summer here in the Philippines. No, basically it's summer all year round. It's dry summer here in the Philippines. And you know, yesterday I think temperatures went as high as 41 degrees Celsius. That's wow. One more bite. Some water. Okay, final verdict. Is it as good as Ichiran over in Japan? Of course, there will be a lot of discrepancies with this ramen and the one that I tasted over in Japan. That one's authentic. First of all, that one has straighter noodles. And I know you can also buy the straight noodles version of Ichiran, which is a lot more expensive. And it comes in a huge box, heavy box that's got around like 5 servings or something. But the taste is definitely close to the one that I had over in Japan. And is it better than the ramen that's made from scratch here in the Philippines from the ramen shops and different Japanese restaurants? Guys, this is instant ramen. It's definitely never going to compare with the Mendokoros, the Yushukins, the Ramen Nagis, Ramen Kurodas, or the Kichitora Ramens, or the other ramen shops that you know of here in Metro Manila or in the Philippines as a whole. But as far as instant noodles go, I'm going for this anytime, any day. You know, on its own, you definitely get that flavor. You taste a lot of the fattiness from the broth. The tonkatsu ramen was made well. If you don't want to add garlic or onions, it's alright as well. If you have nori, right, dried seaweed, even better. I've tried this with nori, and guys, I'm telling you, if I only had nori, this would be a whole different meal altogether. But unfortunately, we are still on quarantine, so maybe not. Maybe just have to wait a little bit more until I get my hands on that nori. Ichiran instant ramen can be purchased here in the Philippines. They used to have it over in SNR and also in that all-day Konbini or all-day convenience store, but I'm not sure since it's a quarantine, so I'm not sure if their stocks were affected and made it more difficult to procure. So why not visit this Facebook page that deals with food and food culture as well. It's called Let's Eat Pare. All you have to do is join that group, search it over there, and who knows, there might be some people selling Ichiran instant ramen, or at least point you to the ones that actually do. Hey, if you guys like this video, why don't you give it a thumbs up, and you can also check out my Japan series called Kunwari Vlog. I'm going to link it over here. And remember, you can do so much with just a little imagination. Eat well, guys. Till next time.